Eltharion the Grim, the Prince of Yvresse and the Warden of Yvresse, is a Novan leader with few equals. In the 260th year of the reign of the Phoenix King, Finnebar the Seafarer, Eltharion led a raid on Nagaron, the capital of the Dark Elves' homeland, Nagaroth. Thousands of Dark Elves are crushed beneath his tenacity, and he was only stopped by a Witch Elf's poisoned blade. But that alone would not halt him. No, he would receive visions from his father's spirit of the doom looming back home in Ulthuan, in the kingdom of Yvresse. Something foul stirred. A terrible goblin and a shaman ravaged his home. Through great bloodshed and valor, the High Elves joined Altharian, outnumbered on all fronts and beset by a massive orc army that threatened to upend their ancient people's land. Spear, bow, and spell ended the Greenskins' foul intent, and there would be peace for a time, though the bloated mass of Grom was never found, keeping the Warden from resting easy. He has stood watch ever since, and the visions have now returned. Grom is coming back, and it is the Warden who stands in his way. I hope that all of you are ready to hunt down some orc and goblin, because we're about to do just that. Eltharion the Grim is not liked by greenskins at all. Sure, they don't like high elves in general, but especially not the Grim. He's got a -80 to diplomatic relations with them. We also get access to the dungeon of Athel Tamarha, which is our own unique high elven bat cave, and we're going to be asking a lot of goblins and orcs, where is he? I also have a unique ability for all of Ulthuan, or eventually it will be for all of Ulthuan once we unite it. We can spread the mists of Yvresse, cloaking Eltharion and his allies' lands in a defensive shroud. Then, down here, we have a very hefty +3 to recruit rank for spear infantry and ranger units. For pertinent lord effects, we've got immune to barren wasteland attrition, meaning that after we expel any greenskins from here, we can go to the Badlands and make it even worse for them. We also get a +8 to leadership for spear infantry and ranger units, in addition to +8 to melee defense for those same units. Finally, we get the fear attribute. Whenever we fight greenskins, they will fear our army. We get 3 unique units to begin with. We've got over here the majestic and wonderful Wardlions of Crace. They're anti-infantry and armor-piercing units. I'll be using them to flank. The Arcane Phoenix, a very powerful unit, the most powerful of all phoenixes, that I'll be using again to flank, but to also entangle larger, more powerful creatures if I need to early on. And finally, the Silverin Guard. They have anti-large capabilities, and I'm going to use them to hunt down some troll. I'll be playing on the very hard difficulty, and don't forget, check out down below my video description and you can find a playlist where you can watch each and every part. Let's get straight into it, everyone. It's time to hunt.
The waystones that guard all elven souls grow faint. Ulthuan is weak, still reeling from a ferocious greenskin assault it barely survived. The grim Warden of Yvresse has not rested since driving back the Green Invasion. Prince Eltharion must be prepared. There will come a day when the Goblin King returns. It is only a matter of time. For in the desolate Southlands, a war of unimaginable power brews. War boss Grom, most feared and most colossal of all goblins, has long craved a second chance to annihilate the Athel. That time is now. Ulthuan will drown beneath a green tide. There must come the war to end all wars. But Grom's horde will meet a wall of unstoppable Asur might. Eltharion will defend his homeland until his dying breath. This is his vow. The Grim Prince and the Goblin King, 2 souls sworn to vengeance upon each other.
Somehow, the greenskins have returned to Yvresse, the rotten stench of their dung piles hanging thick in the mists. Could they be a harbinger for the return of the bulbous Grom himself? If so, our darkest nightmares may be realized once more. I should have destroyed him all those years ago, along with his foul shaman. The other princes of Ulthuan are scattered and distracted, embroiled in the eternal conflict with the Druki. It is likely we will stand alone in our struggle, at least for now. The Greenskins are not the only threat to Ulthuan, however. Pirates have also penetrated the mists and sailed the shifting isles with impunity. We are faced with a dire threat. The Greenskins seek to ravage Yvresse and all Ulthuan, putting the Vortex at risk. As the Warden of Tor Yvresse, I shall face them with ruthlessness and brutality. The fate of the world is in my hands.
They gave us an easy mission to begin with. They just want me to research the technology. They'll give me money, influence, and supplies. Now, Warden supplies are what I need to rebuild Athel Tamarha. Once I'm able to do that, well, I'm going to be able to get a lot of benefits when it comes to subjugating my enemies and also getting new units. Over here, we've got our Lore Master. Come join my main army. In fact, I'll come down to you instead. I've got only one ability right now, one army ability, Warden's Cage. If I wound an enemy while it's active, they will be imprisoned after the battle. Now, we're not done looking at our missions just yet. I've got 3 core missions for Grom's arrival. That is going to happen in 150 turns. I've got to go over to Galbaraz. Then later, I've got to go to Karag Orud. And finally, very far away from where I'm at now, I've got to go to Spectazuma. Now, that's going to be a much more challenging one. I could trigger the battle at any point, but we're just going to hold out and wait until we build things up. Now, I've also got to gain what's called Ladriel's Blessings. Once I do that, I'll get more benefits. She's also known as the Lady of the Mist, and she's really worshipped here in Yvresse quite a bit. She's known to be quite active in the affairs of mortals. So we'll get, let's see over here. Summon the Sentinels, local armies when defending Tor Yvresse. Very nice. Okay. Does not affect friendly troops at all. It gives me a unit of Sentinels of Astaril. Nice. Alright. Before I go on and read more, let's get Abinel over into my main army. And over here, I've got to go build my Sawyer, as I've got a mission to build that. Right over here. More supplies, influence, and money. Then finally, they want me to destroy Arachnos. I'll get 1,000 gold and 2 supplies. Alright, so you've got 10 units total. 3 bits Black Bog. You've got your standard Wa ability. Ooh, that should be fun. And while we're at it, let's upgrade our militia camp into a rally field. I think I'm about ready. I'll probably recruit some more rangers. Let's see, anti-infantry, forest strider, and dodge. Very useful traits to have. That'll be nice. I mean, naturally, we do need a lot of archers to handle greenskins. Right, we also need to look at our research. I have only one thing to pick up right now. Military advancements 1. Done. And let's go over to the Bat Cave. Alright, so I've got 2 trees I can really focus on. I think for right now, though, I know what I want. I could upgrade over here and get 1 influence per turn. I could repair my Waystone. That's quite handy, too. But I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on things that might allow me to get more units or better units. Yeah, I like that a lot, actually. I'm going to pick up, or instead, a buff for them. More melee attack, melee defense, and leadership. Let's take it. Done. And I'll keep on getting more supplies. But now, it's time for a battle. We've got our Arcane Phoenix, 1 Lore Master, Athel Tamarha Faith Bearers, 32 weapon strength. They have Frenzy, too. My Silverin Guard, Spearmen, 2 groups of archers. And let's do it. Here goes our Arcane Phoenix right now into the battle. There's a lot of greenskins out over here in the woods, so we've got to come after them quickly and hard. What we're doing right now, we're just trying to soften them up and to potentially make them come to attack us. So now Altharian has a proper target to go after. They have river trolls. We're looking at a few archers and many other units too. I'm just trying to find the right position. And I have found it. We're now using 1 Ember Storm to rip right through their formation and to deal some damage. I'm sure it won't do too much, especially in the very beginning, but a little bit of damage can go a long way. So now my Arcane Phoenix can move back to the main formation. You can see what little damage we have done. 116 left. Let's have a look at our units right over here. Here's my Lore Master, Eltharion 2, my archers. They're all coming up now. I'm going to move them into a proper position to fight these greenskins. Here are my spears. They're pretty exquisite to look at. I do like regional soldiers, so having some for Yvresse is quite nice. Got my standard spears, the regimented high elven spears, and over here are my faith bearers. Now these are pretty darn cool looking. Let's have a look at them real quick. 80 armor currently. They do have frenzy. We're looking at martial prowess to give them 12 more melee defense. They have a total of a 16 charge bonus, 47 to melee defense, and 49 to melee attack. That makes them pretty darn strong. And now the battle is beginning. Our archers are attacking. Look at Grim. He's heading into the fight to fight some trolls. They do have spider hatchlings too, so we'll have to stop them. My war lions are right behind. They'll be moving in momentarily, and we'll take a closer look at them. I'll also try to capture their orc war boss. I'll do whatever it takes. So they did manage to hit my archers with a few hatchlings. Though hatchlings are so weak, it's probably not a big deal. I doubt it's going to be a big deal. My Arcane Phoenix is back over here entangling two groups of greenskins. All the while, my main unit continues to fight right there in the center left of our battle map. Here comes my Faith Bearers and my Spearmen too. So now we have them kind of mitigated at a few locations. They're going to have a much harder time trying to break through and flank now. The War Lions have torn right through their spider hatchlings. They're already at over 30 kills. These animations are really nice. I can't wait to get more of them. They do have armor piercing. So victory is in my grasp, and over here we have our archers now flanking them. They've used their wall, so they're going to deal more damage now. You can't really avoid that. They're just going to deal more damage now. My silverin guard, they have 91 left. They're still pushing back on these goblins and orcs. I've got a flanking group of spearmen coming in. They have 21 kills. Way over here, my faith bearers, they're at 28 kills, fighting river trolls, unfortunately. I was hoping they would break quickly and easily, but they're still over there. Here comes the spider hatchlings again, now attacking my archers. It's a much more cinematic battle for sure. There's my Ember Storm from my Arcane Phoenix. Now they're weakened, so it's going to get more kills this time. And it's also just visual. Oh, look at that. Hold on. Before I go on about that Ember Storm, we've used our Warden's Cage on that Orc War Boss. So now we've got to focus everything on it. He's been wounded while it was working on him, so now he's captured. He belongs to us. We've won the battle. The greenskins are now running away. They're leaving. There's only two groups left. They're wavering too. River trolls and orc boys. My war lions have nearly 80 kills, and we have won. They're all broken. So we just get to chase after all of them now. That was a good fight for our very first fight. I enjoyed it. Let's get out of here. That was a great first battle. I lost only 73. They lost over 500. Now, what am I going to do here? I could use a bit of replenishment. We'll take that right now. It's 12%. I mean, that's a pretty big, beefy part of my units. Now, at rank 2, what am I going to give you, Altharian? There's only one option early on. Route Marcher. You've got to move further. And I was able to capture Greebit's Black Bog. Alright. We're going to do some pretty weird stuff to him. Alright. Before we go do that, though, let's have a look right over here at our Sentinel, our Lore Master. Training 5 XP per turn is really not a lot. I want him to become more proficient in battle, so I'm going to give him a Sword Player. Armor piercing weapon damage up by 12. More of a charge bonus and more melee attack. Not a bad beginning. Alright, so I could finish you off now, but if I do that, I wonder, would I be able to move back? I wouldn't be able to. Now, if I beat you there, could I easily destroy your garrison? Oh, I could. Let's push on then. Time for battle number 2. But now I can auto-resolve it. I lost only 18. Look at that. Even more replenishment. Over 200 gold gained. That gave me the Shield of the Merworm. A single scale from the mighty Manar, the protector of Lotharin. +2 to armor, melee defense, and +5% to physical resistance too. Nice. Now we're a bit tankier. Alright. I got what I wanted. Now I've got to make another choice. I could focus on his own combat capabilities, his magic too. I do want to focus a bit on his magic. At rank 12, I can really help out his own combat capabilities. Like over here, that's a lot of armor-piercing damage. Instead, for right now, I'm going to focus on my men. I want them to perform very well. Okay, Sentinel, I'll give to you even more weapon strength. Actually, let's make you harder to hit. I want you to last during a long battle. Alright. We can't quite make it. That's okay. I can make it next turn, but over here, what can I do? Let's see. More XP gain for all spellcasters. Very interesting. I'm just gonna move a little bit closer then. As close as I'm able to. And we'll come after them in one more turn. Alright, so my prison is currently filled up. What am I going to do to you? I could indoctrinate him. Okay, I would release him back to his faction unharmed. I would have a campaign line of sight in his region every turn. I would be able to steal 5% of his money. Ooh, +4 to influence and +3 to my supply. Or I could kill him. 500 XP for Eltharian. Nice. Alright. +8 to influence per turn. And +3 to my supply. You know what? I'm going to kill him. Only because early on, I don't really have to worry too much about one little neighboring foe. He'll be destroyed pretty darn soon. So now I've got 3 supplies total. Nice. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to end our turn and get ready for a new one. There's more of my influence. I've been waiting on that. Alright, now would anyone like to trade? I cannot trade with anyone at all, but I am trading with Kothik. Only 58 gold per turn. Alright then. Well, good luck to you. We're fighting 3 factions total. The Pirates of Sartosa, they're not too far from me. The Broken Axe, they're right down here. And Arachnos too. Alright. Now, let's end that turn. That is one completed mission. Alright. Now let's pick up more technology. I've only got a few choices here. Spear wall is usually what I go to because stabbing someone in the face with a good spear a little bit harder. It's a good way to solve your problems in life. Alright, so now let's go over to Trilinia. I'm not going to loot it. I'm not going to sack it or do anything to it. I'm just going to occupy it. It belongs to my people, so I don't want more damage to be incurred here. Rank 4. Alright, I'm going to put a point over into Bowmaster. I like having a lot of ammunition. We need a lot of arrows. Another mission completed. I've done it. 1,000 gold, 2 more supplies. Now, Sentinel, what do you need? Valor of Ages. Sure, I'll make you stronger. After I finish out hard to hit. 50 melee defense. It'll be a lot harder to damage him now. And while we're here, let's recruit 3 groups of rangers. I haven't tried them out yet. I don't know what they look like. And I want to find out. Alright, for a new commandment, I've got a few options. I've got to handle my public order issue. Cheaper buildings would be fine. There's no corruption here. But if more orcs, if more greenskins come to fight me, I want to ensure they can't move here easily. So we'll pick up Reaver patrols. Their campaign movement range will go down by 10%. And any agents will have a much harder time trying to debilitate me. So we'll take that. Alright, we are nearly ready to end our turn, but I've got to upgrade another building. Okay, more influence early on is a really good thing. I would like to interrogate my enemies, but I also want more units too. Like over here. Unlocks the Mistwalker's building chain. I'll take that. We are slowly growing. I love it. Now, let's end our turn again, because I can't really spend any more gold right now. That's alright. I could save it up and spend it later. Sardaroth has a gold mine. Pretty soon I'll be minting my own coins. Another mission completed. I've built my Sawyer. And I've built my rally field too. Man, look at that. Now they just want me to maintain at least 10 public order. You know what? I can do that, Lord Master Talarian. Once I do that, 1,000 more gold, 2 influence, and 2 more supplies. Man, we are just getting up there, aren't we? Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I want more influence. Done. Look at that upgrade. Alright, so over here, we've yet to get anything too major. I've got how many? Total 20. Alright, 11 influence and only 1 supply left. I'm going to turn my Sawyer into a marble quarry. 32 slabs of marble for trade goods, and all of my buildings here will be cheaper by a pretty staggering 20%. That's a big difference. Alright, let's begin to move. We've got to start to move way down over here. I've got to take back that town. They're beginning to build up. It's led by a goblin. Alright, good to know. And I've got my rangers, anti-infantry, forest strider, specialist in forest warfare. This unit gains melee attack and defense advantages when fighting in forest. Very good to know. I'm going to do a lot of that. Lothran Sea Guard wouldn't hurt. I'll take 1 more spearman group. And over here, another archer group. Nope, you don't need light armor. I should be protecting you. If you're taking damage, I'm doing it wrong. A little bit of damage? Okay. It's like having a little bit of salami. You can't have too much, but you can have a little bit. Alright, so we'll build that up now, and we can end our turn again. I've got 1,200 gold coming in. Nothing else to spend my money on. I'm going to go check on diplomacy. Okay, so now I can engage in more trade. Chris, I like you. But would you... No, they don't want to. Eotain. Let's trade. Alright. Tyrion, you made a good choice. I'm not going to try to trade with anyone else. In time, they'll like me more. Well, maybe one day they'll like me more. They'll change their minds. Kothik, I feel like you should join me, but I know you're not going to do that. Okay. Now, we can end our turn. I'll keep on recruiting until I have a full army. I'll lose so much more gold, but I need the numbers, don't I? Military access, huh? I'm not going to be fighting you. I don't want to. I'll try to avoid fighting my own people. I'm no Druki. I'm no Dark Elf. Another mission issued. Okay. You want me to upgrade my main capital building? And I'll just gain more stuff. Cool. Alright, let's upgrade over here first. Tier 2 at Sardaroth. And if I go to the border, let's see. I wouldn't get that far into their territory. They're at 11 out of 20. They have walls over here too. Ooh, that's going to make my life very, very challenging. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to need a lot of archers because I'm going to overwhelm them completely. I'm just going to shoot them a lot. And I mean a lot. All right, what's over here? Training? Yeah, very nice. Very nice indeed. Yeah, look at that. We do cause fear. We've got our shield. Now, my Sentinel has a potion. I'm going to let him keep it, though. He's able to use one in battle. Right over here, see? White Wolf. Wind's Howling. Plus 15 when fighting large units. And he's got a potion of toughness all the time. No matter what, he's got it. That makes him very strong. And awesome to have, too. Alright, let's end our turn. I nearly have a full army. I could try to ambush and lure them out. That would be a much easier way to fight them. Alright, our turns are going down. I've got 2 groups of archers, 2 groups of 3. I've got my 2 spearmen in the middle, my silverin guard on the left flank, my faith bearers on the right flank. All of my rangers, arcane phoenix, war lions, and even grim, they're over here on the right flank. We'll go over them in just a little while. Right now, I'm trying to focus on their archers because if I can beat their archers, I won't have to worry about them. Then we can flank and focus fire on Orc Boys again. We're fighting an enemy garrison and an enemy army too. I went up to that town to besiege it. I've got to build some siege towers to even attack it. So now we're just going to fight here. You can see how many are charging in. It's a fairly large army. My sentinel is going to have to fight them. All the while, we'll move over here to the right flank where I've got my War Lions now moving into the woods. They'll be flanking momentarily, and my Arcane Phoenix too. My Rangers are already attacking. For Rangers, they're very fancy. Imagine being able to embroider and save cloaks for every single member of your troop. That's impressive. Already, those blasted trolls are leaving. Those river trolls are getting out of here. They have low morale, low leadership. Already they're using their Wa. That's a pretty early Wa, so hopefully it'll take them a bit to charge up a new Wa. Right now, Eltharion and his Rangers are attacking the Orc Boys. These War Lions are also flanking them. It's an easy win to break those groups. Let's come back over here. So right now I've got 3 groups of my archers attacking a group of Orc Boys. On my left flank I have 3 groups also flanking a group of Orc Boys. In fact, 2 of them. Helping out my Silverin Guard that has over 40 kills. That's how we're going to be able to win this here. And right now our Sentinels continue to fight their Orc War Boss. It's a long one. It's a bloody one. But they're going to have to do it now. I cover more cinematic battles because I find them visually appealing and I like doing that quite a bit, and I'm able to calmly go over my tactics and what I'm doing. So I wanted to win on my right flank with my Rangers, which I could then bring down upon these Orc Boys. My Faith Bearers are really taking more damage because, I mean, they were heavily outnumbered, but they've got nearly 70 kills now. Grim is here fighting too. The reinforcing Greenskin army is on the way. But Eltharion the Grim is staunch. He is tenacious. He will not fall here easily. We've got archers who are continuing to attack. These Orc Boys are falling apart. Our Sentinel just used a spell, Shim's Burning Gaze, to hit that Orc War Boss. He has now been captured by my attacks. That is it for him. And we have him. So he belongs to me now, and their army is falling apart. That will easily allow me to take over their town afterwards. These Rangers, they have dodge, they have anti-infantry, and forest strider capabilities. So if they fight in the woods, they're going to do an even better job. They can pass through trees. They've got a physical resistance of 20%. They're using another Wa. We're fighting Orc Boys. On my right flank, unfortunately, I've got War Lions who are unsupported. They have 90 kills, but they're meant to be supported. They're meant to flank. You don't want them to stay in a long fight. We've got 3 groups of archers focusing on 1 group of Orc Boys. They are shattered. Most of my enemies are now shattered, and it looks like we have won. That is it for them. The battle is now over. We may now move on. Through a lot of flanking and a lot of movement and a lot of focused volleys, we have won. Let's get out of here now. Those shields are really nice. Darn. Good for all of you. We won a major battle and also unlocked a new quest too. The Talisman of Hoeth, where we've got to complete the following rite. The Invocation of Ladriel. The Talisman of Hoeth is a source of Eltharion's magical abilities, but lately had ebbed in power. The reason for its weakening was unknown, but was soon revealed in dramatic fashion. One day, a lone rider, bloodied and exhausted, appeared at the gate of Tor Yvresse, a lore master and member of the secretive Keepers of the Stones, whose task it is to maintain the wastelands of Ulthuan. Before collapsing, he revealed the dire news that the foul forces of chaos had somehow discovered the hidden Waystones and were set upon destroying them. The destruction of the Waystones could threaten not just the power of the talisman, but also the very fabric of reality. It is imperative that Eltharion acts to delay the enemy while the Lore Master recovers. To do so, he must summon the Mist of Yvresse to hinder those who seek to destroy the Waystones, at least for the time being. We'll gain 10 influence, the Lore Master's cloak, and 1,000 gold. I could take that. I've got a new prisoner once more, Invocation of Ladriel. That is a new rite we have unlocked. And we've completed our spear wall. Very nice. Let's Let's go back over here. What am I going to do with you? I would like more experience. We'll take it. Done.
Better safe than sorry.
Alright, let's get out of there. He's been executed again. That is one hardy orc. I'll put my point over into Bowmaster, and once I'm able to get my Talisman of Hoeth, I'll be able to enable my advanced time magic. My miscast chance will go down by 20%. I'll gain 20 to my power reserve for Winds of Magic. And it looks like my Hand of Glory will be cheaper too, by 2 Winds of Power. Sure, I'll take it. Okay, Abinel will put a point over into Hard to Hit again. You now have 55 melee defense, not bad. Let's take over a town. It's about time. Oh wait, no, I can't do it yet. I'll need to wait for one more turn if I want to auto-resolve, but there could be another battle by then. We'll see in just a moment. Now what can I build in my area? Trilinia. I'll turn your hamlet into a haven, sure. Everyone needs a bit more defenses. Alright, we'll pick up militia training, +2 to my recruit rank for spearmen, rangers, and archer units. Nice! Now for diplomacy, again, most do not like me. I've only got 2 trade treaties. Let's end their turn now. There's our arcane phoenix already striking on the wall. I have all of my archers massed up together. Sure, they'll take some damage, but we can let them take that damage because they can offer massive volleys to destroy them all. What a beautiful bird. Here comes my siege towers too. I've got 2 of them. As you can see over here, the focused volleys are going to easily destroy any greenskins that are on the wall. We're going to try to capture another enemy leader. If I do not time it well, so be it. It's not a big deal. It's only 1 enemy leader and we're going to be fighting a lot of them. I'll try to capture as many as I can whenever it's possible. But I'm not going to stress out about it because there's always going to be more opportunities to capture more lords. My faith bearers are now on the wall and they are about to butcher a lot of orc. There's my arcane phoenix. Still fighting, supporting my silverin guard. I nearly said standard spearmen, but no. They are my silverin guard. Gotta break down the gatehouse. I'll probably move in our leader Eltharion and our sentinel later. I like to give my high elves custom titles. Over here, the faith bearers, they're continuing to strive on to kill these orcs. Look, there's way too much filth here. They must be eradicated, like the vermin they are. And the orcs are dead. There's a few more that we have to hit. That's right over here. Let's have a look at that again. My faith bearers are crushing it right now. They're not taking a lot of damage. I'll use any spells I can to heal them up. There's that one greenskin leader right down there. So now my spears can rest up if they need to. My arcane phoenix is continuing to explode goblins into nothing. Whoa. Oh man, that was a freaking JoJo move there. That was a power move. Ah, there he is. Fighting in the middle of so many of my units. How cool. Look at how awesome that looks. What a blade. Alright. They are being healed up, because I like to heal up my units. One group of archers has taken some damage, but you can see my kills. They're pretty good. They're pretty consistent. Next, I'll move them up to where there's no tower hitting them, and they can go after any enemy units that are approaching me. There is Eltharion. The Ward Lions have broken in. He's going to go after the enemy leader. Oh, check that out. Those Ward Lions are evil looking. They've got a great smile. Yeah, having magic and melee capabilities makes Grim quite the character. Alright, they're falling apart. The enemy leader is nearly dead. I thought here I would have enough time, but I certainly should have waited. It's a great debuff, so even if you don't care about capturing them, it's a great debuff to have. But I should have waited until he was at like 500 health. Later, once I have more burst damage, I'll have to preemptively use it, but that's it. The battle is over though. We have won. We have retaken another home for the High Elves. We lost only 90. If I auto-resolved, I would have lost hundreds. So that was a much better call in my view. 1,500 gold gained. We'll occupy again. We have another major capital under our command. Thograt has been killed, but not captured. Yeah, I did a little bit too much damage, a little bit too late. Orcsbane, +3 to leadership when fighting against the Greenskins, but he won't be the last one. There's going to be so many more. That's alright. Bowmaster. Sure, I'll take that. There we are. Bowmaster. 20% more ammo, and our reload time reduction is 10%. Alright, you've ranked up too. I'm going to give you speed of a Saurian. Now you're going to be quite durable in combat. I've got room for 2 new units. I'm going to take 2 more groups of spearmen. That's it. Now we have a full army. If I use my Invocation of a Saurian, cheaper buildings all around, more influence. We do have an issue with their public order back at home. Now I can get my gold mining pits in 3 turns. 600 more gold. Naturally, we're going to get the gold mining pits. Would anyone else like to trade now? Let's see.
Defender of the Phoenix
Grace?
Court will hear your petition.
Are we nearly there?
I think not.
Of course not. Alright, we'll wait on that. The Pirates of Sartosa are close. I might even capture her and never let her out. I'll tell you why. Because she's able to easily sail across my coastline and potentially raid. I don't like that. Look at that. She's already moving to Trilinia. Now I've got to race back home to go contend with her. I don't really want to. Got to destroy an enemy. Now I could pick up a new lord, but there's barely anyone over there to help out. Alright, if I try to race over there, would I be able to make it there in time? If I use my march stance, I think so. I gave it a little bit of thought here. Instead of trying to track her down, she's just going to be going up and down my coastline, which is quite vexing, right? I might even lose a town. I've got to end this ruse early on. If I don't do that, I'm going to have to chase after 2 factions. But what if I got rid of 1 faction right now? The Greenskins are right over here. I'll be ready to fight them in 1 more turn. So that is what we're going to do. I'm going to try to kill them. And over here I have my Archmage. Hopefully she'll deter them. I don't know if she'll be able to do that. But that's my gamble. That's what I'm committing to. Yep, there she is. And I have a very small garrison up there too. That will not be sufficient at all. I could try to get my watchtower going on, but that would take 2 turns. If I go after Rich Thompson, I wonder if I would be able to kill him. She's losing units already. It's a curious question for sure. Alright, I don't have Lightning Strike, but I can go after the main army. Let's do it. Let's try it out. Ooh. Now, unfortunately, I've got to fight it out because I want to capture one of these guys. But fortunately, it's also just very easy. We're fighting 2 war bosses and a goblin as well. Gorkle Bigaget. What a name. That is 1 decently sized army, though. For as small as it is, that's plenty of greenskin to kill. There's our Ember Storm dealing some damage to them. My Arcane Phoenix is quite agile, so I'm not worried about it taking too much damage from only a few units. Let's go over our formation. I've got all of my archers in the middle. I've got to use them extensively. We're now targeting the enemy war boss. Now my rangers are moving in. I've got my spears on my right flank. My war lions are also moving in to go after archers with my Arcane Phoenix. On my left flank, I've got even more spearmen and also my faith bearers too. They're using a wall, so they're buffed up. My rangers are already circling around these orc boys. They've got 2 war bosses. I'll get them later. Don't worry about it. These goblin archers, they're being focused on. They've got 25 armor. That's not a lot of armor. Now we're targeting their war boss. It's time to get one of them. I can only capture 1. But I will do my best and we'll try to get one. Alright, they're now beginning to break. Immune to psychology didn't really help them. Not in that situation. My Arcane Phoenix is now moving back a little bit. We've got my War Lions who have 59 kills. Now I'm allowing my archers to attack another Orc War Boss. Yeah. These are the ones that are going to go away pretty fast if I focus on them. Eltharion will probably take quite a bit of damage. Most of their army has broken. You can see over here that we have flanked those other goblins. So now they're leaving the battlefield, and we just get to enjoy a good fight. It's a 2 versus 2. Well, there's more coming back. They are already getting knocked back. It's one war boss trying to leave. He's like, nope, I'm out. Crumpet. Okay, the goblin is back too. We've taken some damage. Not that it really matters, because I'll be able to heal up and hopefully survive. There is so much for us to handle right now, but that'll do it. These orc boys are now wavering. We got one enemy leader. There's another one that's currently wavering. And over here, Grim's having to pull back just briefly. All of that melee defense for my Sentinel worked out. Abinel the Quiet is cutting right through the orcs on his own. I mean, with that potion, 94 melee defense, it becomes quite difficult to get to him at that. Alright, it's over. We've won. Enjoy that burning gaze. We won that fight. 40 lost, and they lost over 1,500. It was just way too weak of an army. It's no Grom, you know. We're going to occupy it. Alright. We just wiped out a major faction. I wonder if I need to hunt down the war bosses. Oh, I do. Did capture one. I mean, they would be easy captures as well. Yeah, that's very true. Alright, I don't need to keep you, so I'm going to execute you again. It's a great way to get a lot of experience. I mean, look at what we have now. More influence, more supplies. He's rank 7. Alright, I should probably work on your spell casting. But before I do that, I'm going to pick up Wary, because I want Draft Master and Lightning Strike. I'm going to need Lightning Strike. Hey, even Elven Healing would be nice to have. Okay, rank 7 for the Sentinel. I'm going to give to you... Let's have a look then. Blade Master. I want you to hit often. He's not taking nearly as much damage. He's quite good at dueling now. Now, I wonder, can I get rid of you? I can! Great! Alright. One less enemy to worry about. Alright, we'll take experience, plus 100 for all units. A food taster. Nice. Let's move back. Now you're rank 2. Alright, I don't know how long you'll be here. That means I need to give you a few things for survival. Like more leadership. Okay. And again, I'm fairly low in money, but I can afford rangers. Let's try that because she's on her way, and I want her gone too. Yeah. Alright, I've got 7 supplies. Let's go back to Athel Tamarha and see what we could use now. Alright, if I come over here, +2 to influence per turn. Ooh. Okay, you know what? We'll try that. Activates Mist of Yvresse 2. Friendly characters within the Mist of Yvresse also get increased ambush success chance. Like that. Then down here, I could interrogate prisoners. Ooh, a new capability. I feel the need to get that, you know.
Well done, Warden.
But check out what I've done. I've now unlocked the Invocation of Ladriel. So that should make a big difference. Alright, I need 1,500 for that. Look at that, -8 to leadership. Higher chance to ambush. We have an army ability. Campaign movement range goes down by 15%, and attrition goes up by 200%. Yeah, that's the way to handle invaders. I canceled 2 units because I saw that I had a quest over here. Look at that. That's going to give me quite a bit of money. 2,000 total, which means what I spent, I could then spend again on rangers. Okay, so I need to recruit War Lions of Crace The mists permeate the land, but whether it is enough to slow the invaders is yet to be seen. The Lore Master, now recovered from his wounds, can guide Eltharion to the Waystones. But we'll need to know where the enemy intends to strike next. To the Warden's dismay, however, the Chaos host responsible for wrecking the Waystones has vanished without trace. Eltharion deduces that if he is to find them, he will need to summon the Asur's most supreme hunters, and none are more skilled at hunting and tracking than the mighty white lions of the Anuli Mountains. Using the correct spells to direct them, it should be possible to dispatch the beasts to locate and pursue these worshippers of the Ruinous powers. Okay, and there's my Lore Master's Cloak. A passive ability. Magic resistance up by 22%. That's very hefty. Very, very hefty. Alright, let's go have a look at our character here. You've got really good stuff. I know that. Here's your cloak now. Now you have more melee defense, which you need. Orc's Bane, +3 to leadership when fighting them. Nice. Now we're actually making a lot of money. Ooh, look at that over here. I was able to get my blessing up to level 1. That's why I was able to spread the mists all throughout the land. Alright. Now come invade, fool. One of the orc war bosses came to attack, so I quickly captured him. He was nearly dead anyway. It was just a free capture. What a bad idea coming after me. What's over here now? A new quest issued. The Helm of Yvresse. Oh, wow. +5 to public order, +25 to armor, +5 to leadership, and 1 ability. Whoa, they can't die while the ability is active. They're also unbreakable. I just need to own 1 more new province. Alright. Let's have a look then. She left. And I'm still making money. I'm not going to get rid of my units. Not yet. Let's come over here. I'm at rank 8. I could grab my steed, but I would rather wait until rank 14. For me, that's a waste of a point. A point that I do not want to use currently. Instead, I'm going to focus on Wary. At rank 14, my power is going to balloon upwards, which is why I'm not too worried about trying to enhance his own combat abilities just yet. Alright. Let's have a look. What can I do to you? Alright, if I interrogate you, I'll gain Mirror. Wah. Huh, really? That's wild. Let's try it out. That is really cool. And whenever I capture one, there's a little effect here too. -10 to relations, +5 to leadership when fighting them. Where is he? I wonder if I can just kill him, or if I should keep him or not. Don't actually know. Should I keep him? Can I just get rid of him? Well, I need to capture another one, so we'll go back and we're just going to kill him. Done. And I would like another slot. If I ever just want to capture one of them, you know? Alright. Look at that, nearly rank 9. That is really compounding all of my experience. Let's go get Largug, and then we can move on and end our turn. See, I will have to go after every single enemy to capture them. It's really the best way to really increase our own elf cave. Why don't we have a duel here? I'll have to be careful not to take him out too quickly before using my ability, but I thought that would be interesting just to watch these two duel, though the war boss has taken a lot of damage. Yeah, look at that. We just have to be mindful, and as long as we are, we should be able to come out ahead without killing him too quickly. Alright, 738. You can see how strong we are in combat. We're able to deal a lot of damage. And he's nearly done. So here's what we're going to do. It's time to just debuff him. -48 to melee defense, -60 to armor, and it's over. The orc has been captured. I won't show every single little battle like that because it would be tedious, but that's what I'll be doing. Alright, we have done it. Okay. I've got my prisoner. Very nice. I think I might interrogate him too. Largug, captured. And that entire faction is gone, giving me more supplies and other benefits too. Talisman of Hoeth. Now that is a very long buff. Wow, over a minute. Alright, so I'm rank 9. If I'm rank 9, Should probably put a point into wary again. Yeah, if I focus on my campaign abilities early on, I promise you, in the long term, it's going to pay off. A lot. Alright. Let's come over here. We'll get Earthblood. I just wanted to make sure that he could fight in melee. Now, we have a Shrine of Loic to go after. Which means, unfortunately, we've got to fight our own people. What about over here? I could upgrade you to tier 2, giving me 300 more gold. I like that. Oh, shoot. Maybe you can't keep him whenever the entire faction is destroyed. That's good to know. I didn't know that, but now I do. Okay, for diplomacy, no new factions like me. Well, maybe if you guys hated other factions. Krace is falling apart, though. I don't know who is destroying them. Probably the Scourge of Cain. Yeah, that's likely. Let's end our turn now and see what we can do. The Cult of Excess has been destroyed. Nice. Aranessa might be a newfound target for me. Ooh, more influence gained. That's how I can get better characters. Alright, down we go. Yeah, her I might just capture and keep her for a long, long time. I don't need to fight that battle out, thankfully. Well, actually, I kind of have to if I want to capture her. Alright then. Just give me a minute here and we'll go straight into that battle. There's going to be a lot of battling, whether I like it or not. Any treasure nearby? Not really, no. I'm going to keep you here at least. I don't need too much money yet. In time, I'll need more money to advance my lands, but... Ooh, there's a skull reef. High risk, but also high reward. Tyrion is really expanding. Good for him. Wow. Yeah, I'll be setting off later once we conquer our lands and fully unite them all. That's going to be what I do. I found out if they're way too insignificant, you'll just kill them. You'll take their gold and get 2 supplies. I've unlocked now 2 regiments of renown. Archers and spearmen. Nice. And I've also completed a new quest. Now I have my epic helmet. Oh boy. I need more influence and 1,000 for my treasury. That's how I'm making my money currently. Alright, what's over here? Dedicated to Ladriel. That does what for me? Vigor loss reduction for my Mist Walkers, down by 20%. Weapon strength, up by 10%. And missile strength as well. Yeah, we'll take that. That is really way too powerful. Of course I've got to take it. Then, at level 2, they'll get Stalk. They're never going to tire out. And they're going to be quite powerful too. Alright, rank 9. Let's give you Earthblood. Some magic will do us some good in a long-term fight. Let's repair these buildings. Got over here 100 gold coming in. Sure. There is some corruption. Let's focus on rebuilding Lost Splendor. Yeah, I want cheaper buildings, and now we can end our turn. I've conquered 2 entire provinces. Aranessa is probably my next big target. I can't imagine who else would be. Unless someone declares war on me who's adjacent to me, but that would have to be a High Elf faction. She's now moving away. I could probably go after her capital, or I could go get that Skull Reef. I haven't decided yet. The Fang Sword of Eltharion. 20 influence, 1,000 gold. More speed, more bonus when fighting infantry. Enemy siege holdout time down by 4. Okay, brandishing the mighty blade known as Fang Sword, an ancient relic of his ancestors, Eltharion repelled the last great greenskin siege of Yvresse, beheading the rotten but influential orc shaman known as Blacktooth, and thus scattering the invaders. It has been many years since its time of glory, however, so if Eltharion is to wield the full power of his heirloom, he will have to show that he still has the fortitude to annihilate the greenskin menace with wherever he may find it. Okay, I can probably do that. And I've gained militia training too. Alright, let's go back to research. What do I want next? It's pretty simple. Archery prowess. There we go. My ranged units will deal more damage. So now I've got to decide what I want to do. Aranessa is not going to make it to me without losing a lot of her undead. And if I go after her, it should be down over here. I've got a full army. I would rather rush after her than move on. Because if I don't, She's just really going to annoy me for a long time, raiding and taking my stuff. I like my stuff. We're getting closer now. I should probably land over there. See what they have to offer me. Ooh. That's going to be a challenge. How big is your garrison? Very, very big. They've got mortars, sirens. Oh, that is not going to be a pleasant battle. All right, let's get the Invocation of Ball. Might be able to get something useful out of it.
I'll return them to the deep.
Let's see here. What do I want from you? Untainted +3. I like that. A bow seems really neat. Or magic. Amulet of Foresight. Oh, if I do that, they'll never bother me. No agents will ever bother me again. Yeah, you know what? Instead of going for damage, I'm going to pick that up. That just seems really good. Let's go look over here real quick. I could give you that talisman instead. Armor of the Stars. Okay, you would be hidden, which is neat, but no, not what you need. Enchanted item. Could probably use it. Sure, take that. Now, what about you? What can you take? Well, you've got to use that item. Very well. I could let you keep that cloak instead. Now, take that. And here's what I'll do. Come back over here and I'll give you the cloak. Perfect. We still get the benefit. Alright, let's end our turn again. I wonder if I can get her to attack me with her entire army. Now that would be pretty sweet. I need to conquer down this way anyway. Ooh, it's a lot more damage. Nice. We're about to have a rebellion. I'll have to go rush after that. I could stop taxing all of you. That would give me like one turn to recuperate, potentially. Let's try to get down here as quickly as possible. I'll have to do that. Alright, there's not too much else I can do outside of trying to get more public order, like from a plaza. So we'll take that. And let's see. I've got to find a way to fight all of you without losing outright. Oh, I do not like this battle. Not one bit. It is going to be unkind to me. Now, if I formed an ambush or something, that would be better. If I could just get this enemy of mine to stay away from me, that would be much, much better. Alright, I'll take the gambit, and I'll try it out, and we'll just see where it goes. Horsemaster is really not too important to me. More speed. Heck yeah, I want more speed. So we'll take that. I've got some money. Let's upgrade the Shrine of Loic. Yeah, we'll take that. Let's end our turn now. They group up on me. Yeah, there we go. Now we get to have a proper battle and hopefully capture her. Eltharion has one more enemy to take down before he's able to look internally and to fully build up Yvresse. We shall take down Aranessa, we shall capture her, and we've got many secrets to learn. Thank you for watching, everyone. Look forward to a future part later on. Don't forget to leave a like and comment right down below if you want to see more later. Until then.